Let's talk about something that is normally kept a secret just for professional athletes. As a strength and conditioning coach, it is important that when we work with athletes, we know where their strengths and their weaknesses lie. And this comes down to test selection and administration. And let's discuss how this can help you. Firstly, let me tell you about the types of tests that you can have. So the types of tests, there's very simple tests just like measuring your height and weight. They're just your bog standard tests. But then there are agility tests, power and strength, sprint tests, local muscular endurance, anaerobic capacity and aerobic capacity tests. So the reason test selection and administration can be beneficial to you is it, one, allows you to see specific progress for yourself, comparing specific tests that you care about and comparing from a month ago to 2 months ago to 3 months ago and slowly seeing that progress. The other thing that it helps us do, and this is what we do with athletes, is it helps us draw comparisons so that then we know where each athlete lies in comparison to the rest of their team or maybe even a larger population. Now, the way we draw these comparisons is through something called a Z-score. Now, a Z-score basically, in simple terms, it just means how you score compared to everyone else. So if I am worse than like a lot of the population at a certain test, my Z-score will be high. I'll have a 2 Z-score, let's say. If I am actually the best at that test compared to everyone else, I'll have a really low test Z-score, which will be like -2. And again, this helps us with a bunch of variety of tests, assess where each athlete or where you might lie compared to the population that you're trying to compete with. So then once we have the Z-scores, we can then develop something we call an athletic profile. And this basically just means that we can see how they compare to the population that they're trying to compete with. And then we can develop a program specific to them to address their weaknesses and maybe just dial it back a little bit on where they're already strong so that they get a little bit more well-rounded and can compete to the highest level. So the way you can use this is you can now select some tests that are specific towards your goals, whether that is for your sport or to whatever goals it is that you have. And then not only can you compare it to yourself week by week, but you can also compare it to a larger population. Now, here is an example of some of those statistics that you can try and draw from. But if you just use Google, you'll be able to find a variety of research where you have those tests that you can try and draw the comparisons from. So there you go. There's how testing can help you achieve what you want to achieve towards your goals. And if you want to, watch my next video because I'm going to go more into depth about the specific tests you can do depending on your goal. So good luck when you try it out there.